I stumbled upon a chilling enigma known only as the Surgeon of Shadows. This figure, concealed in the digital underbelly, was rumored to be an underground doctor who specialized in unspeakable surgeries, the clandestine harvesting of organs. My journey into this abyss of darkness began with cryptic messages that led me deeper into the obscure forums of the web. These messages hinted at the surgeon's sinister services, and those desperate enough to seek them were led through a maze of encrypted channels, concealed transactions, and obscured identities. The surgeon's price was exorbitant, paid only in cryptocurrency, and the operations were gruesome in nature. I found myself on this eerie path out of sheer desperation. My son, afflicted by a rare genetic disorder, was teetering on the precipice of death, and conventional medicine had failed us. The surgeon promised a chance, a glimmer of hope that I couldn't resist. Our correspondence was unsettling, conducted in a covert dance of encrypted emails. Each message deepened my unease, but my desperation grew stronger than my fear. I agreed to meet the surgeon at an abandoned, decaying warehouse on the outskirts of the city. The night was black as ink, matching the depths of my terror as I approached the rendezvous point. A cloaked figure awaited me there, their identity masked and gloved, exuding an aura of sinister secrecy. The air in that forsaken place was heavy with dread as I handed over the cryptocurrency. Time seemed to blur as the surgeon worked with cold, mechanical precision. My son, Alex, lay helplessly on the operating table, still conscious as the surgeon made the incisions and extracted his heart. His eyes locked onto mine, filled with unimaginable pain and betrayal, pleading for salvation that I could not provide. The surgeon completed the horrifying procedure, sealing my son's chest cavity with chilling detachment. With the same cold efficiency, the surgeon vanished into the shadows, leaving me cradling my son's lifeless body. I had not saved my son. I had become complicit in a monstrous crime. The Surgeon of Shadows was no savior but a wraith of the dark web, preying on the desperate and the vulnerable. And I, haunted by my terrible choice, would forever bear the weight of this ghastly decision, tormented by the malevolent figure that thrived in the darkest recesses of the human soul. I had always been a spectator, a mere observer, but on this night I foolishly decided to venture further into the shadows. After hours of scrolling through shady listings and unsettling forums, I stumbled upon a seller who went by the cryptic username Nexile. The listing was enigmatic, promising an assortment of rare and unusual items. It was vague, with no mention of what these items were, but I felt an inexplicable urge to make contact. I sent Nexile a message, my fingers trembling on the keyboard. Within minutes, I received a response. It was a series of cryptic messages filled with hidden codes and riddles. Nexile demanded a hefty sum in Bitcoin, and my gut told me this was a risky move. Yet I couldn't resist the allure of the unknown. The transaction was completed, and a sense of unease settled over me. I knew I had just ventured further into the abyss, but what happened next would be beyond anything I could have imagined. A week later, a plain envelope arrived at my doorstep. Inside, I found a small USB drive. It was unmarked save for the word Nexile etched into its surface. My heart raced as I plugged it into my computer. The drive contained a single video file. My curiosity, though tinged with dread, got the best of me. The video began with a masked figure, distorted and eerie, shrouded in shadows. Their voice was a chilling whisper, telling me that I had made a grave mistake. They revealed my location with unsettling accuracy, down to the smallest detail. The street I lived on, the layout of my apartment, even the places I frequented. My heart pounded in my chest as I watched in horror. The masked figure continued to taunt me, informing me that I was not the only one who had paid the price for my curiosity. Nexile had shared my information with others, inviting them to collect their treasure. Fear washed over me as I realized what this meant. My life was no longer my own. I had unwittingly become a pawn in Nexile's twisted game, a target for others who sought to claim whatever dark secrets the USB drive held. Over the following days, I watched my surroundings carefully, always glancing over my shoulder, dreading the approaching footsteps that never seemed to come. Each creak in the floorboards and rustle of leaves outside sent shivers down my spine. I couldn't trust anyone, for I had no idea who might be coming to collect their prize. As I write this, I'm haunted by the shadows that lurk just beyond my window. The world outside has become a prison, and I am trapped in a web of fear, paranoia, and regret. My life will never be the same, all because I dared to explore the darkest depths of the dark web. In the end, I had uncovered not treasure but a nightmare that refused to release its grip on me. In the darkest corners of the internet, where the light of legality never shines, I found myself drawn to a place most would never dare to venture, the infamous dark web. I had heard whispers of its horrors, tales of twisted secrets and malevolent forces lurking in its depths, but curiosity had become my unwelcome companion. Little did I know that this journey would lead me to the most horrifying experience of my life. It all began one cold, moonless night when I decided to explore the forbidden realm. Armed with a virtual private network and a secure browser, I descended into the abyss, feeling like a modern-day Dante descending into hell. The marketplace I stumbled upon was a labyrinthine network of encrypted pages, each one offering something more sinister than the last. After hours of aimless wandering, I came across a link that beckoned me with a promise of forbidden knowledge. The page was minimalistic, adorned only with a single phrase, "The elixir of the abyss." Intrigued and consumed by my insatiable curiosity, I clicked on the link. The page revealed a sinister concoction, a potion rumored to grant its drinker unimaginable power and wealth. The seller, who went by the cryptic moniker Abyssal Sorcerer, claimed that the ingredients were sourced from the most malevolent of places and that consuming it would open doors to the darkest corners of existence. I knew it was madness to even consider it, but I couldn't resist. Without much thought, I reached out to Abyssal Sorcerer and initiated the transaction. The price was steep, but I had to know if such dark power truly existed. In return, he sent me a small ebony vial containing the elixir. It pulsed with an eerie crimson light, and I couldn't help but feel a sense of impending doom. That night, alone in my dimly lit room, I hesitated before uncorking the vial. The elixir's aroma was intoxicatingly sweet, yet tainted with a hint of something foul. I brought it to my lips and hesitated once more, my heart pounding in my chest. The urge to know the forbidden was too strong, and I took a sip. As the elixir coursed through my veins, an indescribable dread washed over me. Shadows danced on the walls, whispering malevolent secrets. I tried to shake off the fear that gripped my soul, but it was as if the abyss itself had claimed me. Strange occurrences plagued my life thereafter. Nightmares of grotesque figures and inhuman voices haunted my sleep. My once clear thoughts became muddled with sinister intentions. It was as if the elixir had torn a rift in my sanity, and I had fallen into the abyss I had sought to explore. Desperation clawed at me, and I knew there was only one way to break free from this nightmarish curse. I reached out to Abyssal Sorcerer once more, begging for an antidote. His reply was cryptic, demanding an exorbitant price for my salvation. With no other choice, I agreed and transferred the requested sum. A small black vial arrived containing the antidote. I consumed it with trembling hands, hoping it would release me from the abyss's grip. Slowly, the malevolent forces began to recede. The nightmare subsided, and my thoughts began to clear. I had narrowly escaped the abyss with my sanity intact, but the scars of my descent into darkness would forever haunt me. My journey into the dark web had shown me the true horrors that lurked in the shadows of the internet, and I had paid a steep price for my curiosity. The elixir had nearly consumed me, but I had managed to claw my way back from the brink of madness. As I look back on that harrowing experience, I'm reminded that some knowledge is better left undiscovered, and some places are best left unexplored. The dark web is a realm of unfathomable darkness, where the line between curiosity and madness blurs, and the price of forbidden knowledge is higher than one can imagine.